Hello everyone and welcome back to Feature Highlights on PeepSo TV channel. I'm your host Sinisha and today we're gonna take a look at the User Limits plugin. User Limits is the access control plugin which will allow you to restrict your users based on 4 different parameters. Those are user role, profile avatar or profile picture, profile cover, and profile fields. So theoretically, you can have the entire user role which will not be displayed on the user listing, for example. Or if you want to lead your users into completing their profile or uploading the profile images, you can set this plugin to restrict the users or prevent the user from creating a post or creating a comment or sending a friend request, etc. until they complete their profile or upload the profile picture or profile cover. This plugin is only available in Ultimate bundles. So all the features that you're going to see in this video require to have the Ultimate package. It is not available in the basic bundle, so have that in mind if you want to use any of the features explained here. How to set all of this up is really simple, so let me show you how to do just that. As it is the case with all PeepSo plugins, to install the new one, you will go to your WordPress dashboard and then navigate to PeepSo installer. Wait for the license check. And once it's checked, find the User Limits plugin and click on Install. Now the User Limits will be downloaded and installed on your website. All you have to do now is simply activate this plugin. Once you get this message that plugin is activated, you can go to PeepSo configuration and you will see the new options available in this tab over here. By default, when you have only PeepSo and user limits, you only get these few options like restricting or disabling the reactions, comments, disable new posts, polls, and hide user from listing. But if you add more plugins like photos, videos, etc., you will get the respective options. And based on the settings in those plugins, you will have even more options. So I'm gonna go back into installer, install all of the additional plugins offline, and once I come back, I will have chat, friends, audio and video groups and photos plugins installed. So let me quickly go offline, install all of these plugins, and I'll come back shortly. All right, so I installed the chat, friends, audio and video groups and photos plugins. And if I come back to PeepSo configuration and go to user limits, I will now see that I have much more options to choose from, which will allow me to restrict all of those additional plugins that I just added. And if we take a look here at the videos, disable ad via link, or audio disable ad via link, if I go into configuration and then let's simply go to configuration and then audio and video, and if I allow uploading the videos and enable audio uploads and save all of those settings, when I come back to the user limits configuration, I can now see that I have even more options that will allow me to restrict uploading videos or uploading the audio files. So based on the settings in the other plugins, you can have more or less options in the user limits. So let's see how to restrict users and how to actually use the user limits plugin. Let's start with something simple. like hiding users from listing. The listing in question is this one in the members page. So what if I want to hide some of the users over here? For example, this guy over here, he doesn't have an avatar, and I don't want to show users without avatars in the listing. So I will simply go in the user limits configuration, find the option based on avatar, switch it on, and now users who did not upload an avatar will be hidden from the listings. Let's save this settings and go back to the members page, and most likely nothing will happen. The user will still be shown. Here it is. Why is that, you may ask? Because this person is the administrator of the website. And I really can't stress enough how important it is to test the privacy and access control options with regular users. Administrators are the ones who are administering the website. They need to be able to see everything at any given moment, and they ignore the privacy, they ignore access control levels. Basically, they need to be able to moderate the community. So in order to test this, we need an actual regular user of the website. I have one prepared over here, Diana. She is a regular user of the website, and if she goes to the members listing now and see all of the users, she will not be able to see users without avatars, right? So it is important to test all of the features from the user limits plugin with regular users. Don't test it with the administrator, because once again, admin can always see everything, right? With that out of the way, let's try to restrict the entire user group. Let's say I want the entire user group subscribers to be removed from the members listing. I will simply going to switch the subscriber option to on and save the settings. Now when I go to the members listing and refresh the page, all of the users except administrator will be gone from the listing, because we said, hey, don't display users in this role. And all of my users on the entire website are in the subscriber group, and that's why they are not showing in the listing. When I remove that restriction and save the settings, now they are going to show up, right? That is how you restrict the members listing based on the user role or avatar. Now let's check how can we restrict users based on profile completeness. But in order to understand the profile completeness, let's come back to the admin user and see any profile of any user on our website. Go to the profile, then about, and you will see that this guy have profile which is 62% complete, right? If I go, let's check Stephanie, for example. In the about section, her profile is 50% complete. Let's check Grace. Her profile is only 37% complete, and she is going to be our example, right? So Grace Ross, remember that name. When we go and say, based on the profile completeness, and say require at least 40% of the profile completeness, save the settings. Once again, you cannot test this with the administrator account, so we have to go to the regular user, go to the members list, and try to find Grace actually, more than half of my users don't have more than 40%, so they are all removed from the listing, right? Now let's remove that restriction, no limit, save the settings, check it with a regular user, refresh the page, and all of my members will be displayed, right? It's simple as that. Now let's try something more restrictive. For example, let's restrict creating a new posts. Once again, I have the option to restrict the entire group or entire row of the users. So if I flip the switch here, all of my subscriber users will never be able to create new posts, but I don't want to do that. Let's base it on the profile completeness. Our user, Diana, have only 75% complete profile, right? As shown here. So if I go with the admin user and restrict new post based on the profile completeness of 80% and save these settings, now when I go to the community with this user, she will get this interesting message over here saying to complete your profile to at least 80% to add new posts. You are currently not allowed to create new posts. And she will not be able to create new posts until the profile is at least 80% complete. So let's do just that by going into your profile, then about. Let's select the country, save the settings, and now her profile is 87% complete, right? We only require 80% in order for her to create new posts. Come back to the community, and just like that, she is now able to create new posts because her profile is 87% complete, which is more than 80 that we require. Now let's try to shape things up and mix all the different kind of restrictions. So first of all, we are going to increase this based on profile completeness for the disabling new posts up to 90%. I am also going to enable the based on avatar and based on cover and save all of those settings. So now what this setting says is user will not be able to create new posts until their profile is at least 90% complete. It has an uploaded avatar and the cover. If these three requirements are not met, user will not be able to create new posts. And as you can see here, I removed the avatar and the profile cover, and the profile completeness is still at 89% or 87, whatever it was. Let me check. It's 87, I think. Yes, 87. So first of all, the message displayed here is to complete your profile to at least 90% to add new posts. Okay, so this is like a guide, this message over here. Let's complete our profile to over 90%. Save the setting. Now our profile is complete. And if I go to the community, it is now saying to upload an avatar to add a new post. Okay, let's upload an avatar. Upload new, let's just choose this one. Done. Go back to the community. Upload a cover. Okay, so we're gonna upload the cover as well. Let's choose this one. Okay. Go to the community, and now she can finally post in our community. Up until now, we were targeting only one feature, but let's try to restrict users in many different areas. For example, let's try and say you will not be able to send friend requests at least when your profile is not at least 90%. Also base it on avatar and the cover. So you must have an avatar and the cover in order to send friend requests. You will still be able to receive the friend requests, but you will not be able to send them. Then, what is this? Groups. I cannot join the groups until my profile is at 90%, avatar and cover. Disable comments. Okay. All of this, you get the idea, right? Disable group creation until your profile is at least 90% and you have avatar and cover. You are not allowed to react until your profile is at least 90%. I can say 60 if I want, but then it won't show in my demonstration. So I'll keep it at 90. Base it on avatar, base it on cover. And what's this? Disable starting new threads in chat. So you cannot start a chat. You will still be able to participate in existing chats or the messages that other people send to you, but you will not be able to start a chat until your profile is at least 90% complete. You have an avatar and cover. Also, you will not be able to upload photos until the same thing. So you first need to have avatar and cover. And that's all for now. All of these options are basically work in the same fashion as the ones we just set up. So let's come back to our regular user. I removed the profile image or avatar and cover, and I also reverted her profile back to 87%. If I want to go to the community now, it's asking me to complete the profile to at least 90%, to add new posts, to add new comments, and all of the good stuff that this user will be able to do when they complete the profile. So let's complete the profile to over 90%. And you see, this message is showing all of the time, even if you go outside of the PeepSo. And right now I'm in the blood section and the message is still showing. And if it's not showing, I will show you how to force to show it later on. So for now, let's come back to the community. And the message is saying to us that we need at least 90%. Okay, let's complete our profile to 90%. Save the settings. And now the message is going to change. And it's saying, upload an avatar to add new posts and all of the good stuff, right? So let's upload the avatar. Let's use this one again. Done. Go back to the community, and now we need to upload the cover to do all of these things. So let's upload the cover as well. Let's use the same one. Okay. And finally, I am able to do all of the things without any restrictions. All right, for the one final time, I had to revert Diana's profile to not have a cover, avatar, and her profile is only 87% complete. So this message is now showing again, and she cannot send the friend requests, she cannot join the groups, she cannot write the new messages, and so on. We restricted this profile completely. And here is the message that is showing us what we need to do in order to unlock our profile. And if we go to any other page, even the WordPress native pages, we will still see this message displaying. Groups, trying to join or create a group. I cannot create a group. I cannot join the group. So this message is useful as it's showing me what I need to do in order to unlock my profile. But what if this message is not showing? We are trying our best to show it everywhere, but sometimes you are going to use a third-party plugin, and when visiting pages of that plugin, this message is simply not going to be shown. And to remedy that, simply go back to your administrator user and go to Appearance and then Widgets, right? Choose the position where you want to publish the widget. I'm going to do it in the right sidebar. Okay, click on this plus icon and look for PeepSo user limits. Give it a title, hide it when empty, and you can change the message if you want. Let's update it, and I'm just going to put this widget on the top so it is displayed prominently. So let's imagine that this message is not displayed for whatever reason. You can simply have it in the widget, right? And you can publish this widget on any page you want. All right, so let's recap what we have learned in this video. User Limits plugin will allow us to restrict users from content based on 4 parameters. That is user role, profile completeness, avatar, and cover. So user roles is useful if you've seen our video about Paid Memberships Pro integration, where we created the membership and the role that goes with that membership. We put all the free users into restrictive role and paid users into either less restrictive or not restrictive role at all. So if you didn't watch this video, I strongly recommend you to go and watch it. I will leave the link in the description below. Next, we learned how to restrict users based on the profile completeness, based on avatar, and based on cover. We also learned that enabling some of the options in the plugins, like adding the upload option for the videos or upload options for the audio, will allow us to control those settings as well in the user limits. All right, that is all I have prepared for you today. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified whenever a new video comes out. Follow us on social media, we are present there as well. Until the next video, I wish you all the best. Bye!